Okay. Whew. Okay. Hi, guest. How is everybody? Whew. Oh, I was rushing. I got back a little later than I expected. And I had like a couple of minutes to set up the stream. Can you guys hear me okay? Is the music too loud? Stuff like that? Awesome. Visionary Jergirl 003 Famous Llama. Hey Maria. Joanne Yarwood. How is everybody? Today I'm thinking we're gonna finish up this creature here. At least I hope we're gonna finish it. That's what I'm leaning toward. We might not. I don't know. There's a couple of issues that I have with the overall design of it, but that's okay. I just burped. That didn't get picked up. That didn't get picked up by the mic, did it? I bet it did. Okay, so first things first, let me get rid of some of my mistakes from last time. My embarrassing mistakes. That was such a bad idea. Oh, let me get my art hand on. Well, we don't know if it's technically a woman. I don't think it is. I think it's some kind of creature. Dang it. It did get picked up. That sucks. Oh well. Whatever, I burped. Who's gonna... It's not gonna bother anybody. Okay, this is not working out right. So, down at the bottom, you see the place where you can tweet at. In fact, I should probably switch to that on my Twitter. So hold on, let me... There we go. Boom. Okay, so if you send stuff... Oh, there's stuff sent here from before that I missed. Okay then. Well, if you send stuff on Twitter, you can put the hashtag here you go Tim, and we'll take a look at it on the stream and we'll figure it out. Also, if you want, you can help support the channel with the little... There's a little $sign down there. If you want to give money, you can. You don't have to. I just... If I didn't put it in there, I'd be doing bad business. And I think I want to be able to do this longer, so bad business is not what I want to do. So yeah, just, you know, you can... Man, I am not getting these legs right for whatever reason. I am messing up these legs really bad. But that's what we're working on, is legs. So we have to figure these legs out. So my problem with the legs right now is that... Okay, so you see the way this character is set up here? The legs on this character would technically be like right here. Connecting right there. But that also means that the other leg is connecting here and would not be sticking out here. So there's a couple of problems with this design. We'll figure it out though. We will figure it out. Alright, so let's get down to here and give this thing an arm. There we go. Hello, Hayato Hasegawa. The spoops? Yeah, we got the spoops. So that's what we're doing. We're just finishing up this creature and gonna chat about the stuff that you post on Twitter and just general goings-ons. I asked you guys. Oh, another thing you could send to Here You Go Tim is like information about this creature, because oh, that arm looks bad. What is wrong with me today? I think I know what's wrong. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so what's wrong is this thing here. This is what looks bad here. There we go. Let's fix this. Also, my hand is a little shaky today. What does the creature do? I don't know. That's one of the things that you guys can help influence. Oh, I see where I made a mistake. Does anybody else see? Because I see it. That's interesting. How do I fix that? How do I fix that? That's really strange. Well, we don't know much about this creature. We know that it's a... we know this is pretty much what we have so far. Right over here. It's an envious-themed creature that steals beautiful features for itself from other people, and we were thinking about it being some urban, yeah, like some urban creature. It lives in the city and it hunts in the cities or in the areas where beautiful people reside or something like that. I don't know if cities are that, but whatever. Yes, Autodesk Sketchbook is what it is. You can see it right up here. I don't know if you can actually see it though. So. Okay, so here's the issue. The issue is the butt. The butt right here is bad. And I have to fix the butt. Because it's not right. It's wrong. And that's what's throwing me off. Is this butt area. Okay, that's a bit better. Alright. It's a bit better, but it's still a little bit weird. It's still weirdly shaped. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, now this line is important because it's a good way of dictating where the legs go, because I'm thinking that these legs are bad. At least the position of them are. Okay, so what people were talking about last time was multiple legs. I came up with the idea that they were legs facing backwards, but that might not be such a good idea. So what kind of legs should we give this thing? I'll add these little arms on later, but I don't know. Hair's a tough thing in the beginning. But one of the reasons it's so difficult to draw is because a lot of people think about it too hard. And they say, oh my gosh, it has so many little, like... it has so many different little pieces that it's just going to be incredibly hard. And they go with this approach, which is perfectly fine, but it's just kind of unimaginative, or they go with this thing, which is a little weird. It works, but it's a little unimaginative. But honestly, if you think about hair, hair kind of works like a single entity. It's not like, it's like a shape. It's like a shape. That's pretty much what it is. So if I wanted to do hair like this, like that, and the head would be somewhere here, which is what I kind of did over there. And then I want to go and do this sort of thing with the hair. You can, and this hair works because, yeah, actually it doesn't work. I'm still learning. But hair can be treated as a single shape instead of many different little shapes. It's not hiding itself as a woman. It's kind of, this is just, it collects features to add to itself, but then it uses those features to get its victims. So it like, this is more like a way to lure in victims. Which is one of the reasons why it's not exactly human and it doesn't have full arms yet or anything like that. So somebody said spider legs. Is that what we're all agreeing on? I mean, I don't know if spider legs is a great idea. But I'll do it if everybody agrees on it. Hey, Guadalupe. Hey, Dark Pegasus. 333. This is a long stream. We're going all the way. We're going 2 hours. A full 2 hours of stream. I think. I might end up cutting it short. I don't know. It depends on how it goes. Okay, so this upper bit is so good, but now I'm stuck here at this lower bit and struggling. Alright, so we'll just go with the legs facing backwards. Anyway, just for now. So basically, well, we're not, it doesn't have to be plausible. I mean, we're talking about a creature that eats people and steals their beauty. So, plausible is kind of out of the window. So it's okay if it doesn't stand on, you know, solid legs. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it does. Yes, Joanne Yarwood, it does take their features when they get close. I mean, it also kills them. They die. That's the idea. But yeah, it steals their physical features. What if we go with legs that are sort of human, but not quite? Let's see. I'll show you guys what I mean. Okay. So that means that the other leg would come out this way, but if we wanted to have it being pushed this way, we could do that too. Oof. Oof. I think my tablet might be breaking. It might not be me being shaky, it might just be my tablet finally giving in. If it is the tablet finally giving in, then I might have to enter that contest that Jazza is running and see if I can win. Because I can't afford to buy another one of these tablets. Okay, so what's going on in the chat? Well, Hawk, this month is Lovecraft month on the channel. So this month is Lovecraft month on the channel, which means that eventually I'll be drawing the Dunwich Horror, because I think that is one of the stories I'm going to be doing. And you guys will be able to see it. At least I hope I end up being able to do that one. Okay, that looks weird. What is wrong with this leg? Yes, I watched Draw with Jazza, of course. He's very talented at what he does. I've actually bought stuff from him before. And there have been several contests that he's done that I've been like, oh, I could enter into that and do pretty well. But I just never did because too busy working on this YouTube thing. That leg is so weird. I just don't know. I don't know. This leg is acting weird. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out this leg and the two legs on this side, because it's a multi-legged creature. It doesn't just have one leg, it has 4. And speaking of that, I'm not going to give it full legs. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have something like this. Like 2 legs from the same knee or something. Even though this is like implausible and doesn't really make a lot of sense. Because it absolutely doesn't. Let's see. I want to see what this looks like real quick. I don't know. Jer Girl, I think going after children is a weird idea. It doesn't make sense with the creature we have here because of what it looks like. The looks that it has currently implies a level of maturity to its victims. Because the idea is that this thing has already gotten people and eaten them. That's an interesting idea, Hawk. It's an interesting idea, Hawk. Maybe I'm thinking about these legs wrong. Let's just do it. Let's just go for it. That's the theme today, because I want to get this done today. So we're just going to go for these legs. And this leg is probably going to be like that, which means that the muscle is like right here. Nope, that's wrong. The muscle is like right here, which means that the leg is sort of like this. That's a little wrong, but whatever. Yeah, see, it's this tilted area here that's bothering me. Because the whole thing is... Oh, I see. I know what I can do. Ahaha! I figured it out. Maybe. Let's see how far back I can... Oh, no. Okay, so I guess I have to do some deleting. Alright, that's fine. These legs are giving me a lot of trouble. I might just put them on a different layer and work on them there. Bye, buddy. I'll catch you later. Has the creature got a name? Nope, we haven't named it yet. We are still working on a name. Actually, we haven't even tried doing a name. All right, I'm gonna do something that might be a little crazy, because I think it would be better. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Okay, but that also means that has to go. Okay, so maybe a little bit of a tilt. Okay, so with that setup, that's what it looks like, which is fine. Yeah, that's okay. I like that. The issue that I'm having with this is that now I have to redesign this whole bit right here, but that's fine. I can do that. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna bring that. We're gonna get these legs down nice and solid with this thing, which is the super sketch system. All right, so why? It's kind of just the spirit of Halloween, but there is an ulterior motive. I'm experimenting with some things with my channel, and I'm trying to figure out a way to keep it alive. And so that's why I'm doing Lovecraft Month. Also, I wanted something to sell by the end of it, and I think that those little cards that I'm creating will be great to sell. So yeah, there's ulterior motives, of course, but mainly it's Halloween, and the fact that I'm interested in Lovecraft style, because Lovecraft style is abhorrent. It's like one of the worst styles of writing I've ever seen. It's full of run-on sentences, and the only good thing about it is the imagery that he can create with the words that he uses. But it pushes you away with all the run-ons and the constant need to go into detailed descriptions all in one sentence instead of separating it out. Which to me is just bad form. But then I realized that his entire style is exactly that. It's not him writing bad. He's not a bad writer. It's just a style. If you went to his works that he wrote on grammar, you'd see that he kind of... It's a decision that he made. He decided, hey, I'm going to write with these super run-on sentences that are just ridiculous. Yeah, I agree, Red. I definitely agree. Okay, so we got this line here, and this line is the center of the body, which means that this is the pelvic area. Wamp. Which means that the body has to be like that, which is fine and understandable. Okay. So this normally would be where the legs are started, but because of the way this creature is designed, we can't really do it that way so much. So we have to redesign the human body. Hooray. Let me just get where these legs would normally be, which is something like that. Alright, so name idea. Muse's masterpiece. I don't know. A masterpiece implies that it was created, but that's still okay. We can work with that. which story do I like the most of Lovecraft novels? I haven't read them all, but the one that's most well known is At the Mountains of Madness, and it is terrible. It's uninteresting, boring, and it takes all of Lovecraft's ideas of things being up to the unknown and ambiguity and things that human can't understand, and then just explains them. And I think that's really bad. But recently I read what was it? Nyarlathotep? It's on my channel because I read it for the channel. But when I finished that last paragraph, I forget what the paragraph said. I have it somewhere. Okay, so we have to redesign the human body. Anyway, so the last paragraph is beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful pieces of writing, and I can look past the run-on sentences for that last paragraph because of how beautiful that writing is. It's so good. It's just evocative and clever. It's really good. Okay, so we have to figure out how to do this. Now, I'm by no means a master at art. In fact, I'm pretty bad, and this line is not really supposed to go the direction that it went. So let's fix that, and therefore fix everything. In reality, it would go here, which is good, because that makes a lot more sense for the shape of this thing. Okay, good. Alright. So we have to redesign the human body now. Ah, yes, I'm checking the Twitter thing right now. Thank you for reminding me, Maria. Let's see the Twitter thing. Okay. So we have... Let's look at some of the old stuff. Oh, I think we saw that. Alright, so Vic Rivers also posted this, which is interesting. I really kind of like it. Actually, this shows a lot of... This is really good. This is really good. It needs a little bit of work on the hair and the posing. What this person needs to do is a bunch of gesture drawings. I don't know if you guys know what that is exactly, but that would be my recommendation. I'm going to make the chat visible. Okay, and then we have something from Zodi and Luna. These are probably sent, like, weeks ago. Oh, that's what I'm doing. I didn't set this for latest. There we are. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So the next one is, wow, this is really nice. Look at this. So this looks like, is it done with dots? Or like little shapes? It's very well done. It's very well done. If anybody else wants to get involved with the Twitter thing, you just find something that you're proud of, or if you want to show me a funny video, because I'm always looking for funny videos. You can just post it on. Mainly, it's for things that you're proud of. If you're proud of something art related, you can send it there and we'll take a look at it on the stream and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about how it looks. This is brilliant. And once again, it's from Akane Kyoko, which I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. This is so this person, so much talent. I am very jealous, and I bow to your skills. Apparently this is made by Llamas Beware. It's a cow. I don't know exactly what it's from, but I recognize it. I don't know where I recognize it from. Oh, alright, let's take a look at these other ones from Llamas Beware. There's this one, which is an attempt at drawing hair. It's a really good attempt. This is impressive. I kind of find it weird when people do this with the mouth, because I think it's when somebody first did that leaving the gap in between these two lines to make what looks to be the image of a mouth, because what that's doing is using negative space, which is something I'm a big fan of and I used to do all the time. It's where you take the shapes that are there to imply something that isn't there. Like, you know that the rest of this is a mouth because of these two lines. And it's cool, but it's become a lazy alternative to actual mouths. And I'm not saying that that's what this is, but you should try and figure out the whole mouth without the little space in there, because it's worth it. Oh, look at that! I brain farted, whatever. By far, this one is the best work so far. Because this one, it looks like you were relaxed when you were drawing it. You weren't really concentrating on things. You were just trying to... This has form, and I love it. This is really good. The rest of these are sort of good. This one's really blurry, and I can't really give any kind of a thought about this. I like this. I kind of like the blue hair. It is a little flat, though, but, you know, you'll figure it out. You guys are really talented. You guys are good at it. This is okay. That's sort of okay. I don't... My suggestion when drawing a skull is to use the lines of symmetry, or I don't even know if that's what it's called. It's just the lines to show you where things are. Alright. Let me draw a quick skull. So, we get this, we get that. We get a nice little circle. Bring this down like this. I'm not great at drawing skulls, but I'm going to try it anyway, just really quick on stream, because I want to show you guys something. Okay, so we see this line. This line actually would be coming down from here. Okay. And the reason these lines are super important, and the reason these lines are super important is because they show you where the features are. Your skull on this thing has its eyes way down here and its nose right in between the eyes, and that's not really what a skull looks like. Eyes are right here on a skull. Nope, that's bad advice. Eyes are like right here on a skull. The nose thing is just below those. And then you have the teeth around here. Also, you have to remember that the shape of the head is kind of like this. And we actually have a cavity right here. So when you're drawing this bit, you have to just kind of give the skull shape. This might be a little hard to see. Let me erase a bit to make it a little bit easier. So like these are the teeth, with like the bottom row teeth, and then there's these row teeth. And that's what these lines are there for. That's how important these lines are. And actually, this is wrong because there's another muscle right here that goes around like this. So actually, it sort of be like that, because this thing connects underneath here. This jawbone, I'm pretty sure it connects somewhere right here. But yeah, you need those lines to figure out where things are. And I'm planning on doing an entire live stream about about really interesting tips to draw by starting drawing really bad and drawing really good because you're drawing really bad. And that's a really interesting thing that I don't hear many artists talk about. But yeah, you could get a skull and have it end up being sort of accurate simply by getting those lines right first off. And this is all from memory. I actually haven't seen a skull, so this is not completely accurate. But you know, that's the kind of thing that you're looking for. You're looking for lines and shapes to tell you where things are. So yeah, there's a skull. It actually turned out not as good as I thought it would. But that's okay. Alright, so it is okay. That's a really good try. You have some of the basic shapes. Learn the lines and go from there. Here's one. This person used the line. MBK. MBK drew a picture of a skull-shaped candle. Am I talking loud? I'm probably talking loud because this is really loud for me. I'm going to turn this volume down because I'm not crazy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Oh. I lost control of everything. I'm back now. Okay. Okay, this is really nice. My favorite part is up here. This area. Because God, I want to draw like that. It's so difficult for me to get clouds like that. But then again, I don't see smoke much, so I can't really draw from memory or imagination without something to go off of. But this skull is really nice. It's missing its lower jaw. It doesn't have this little bump out here, but yeah, this is really nice. This is really good. Needs to work on where its light is coming from though. Because right here would be in shadow. Right here would be in shadow. A little bit of the ridge up here would be in shadow. This indent would be in shadow. In fact, most of this lower part of most of the upper part of the teeth would be in shadow. But this is really good, and you should be proud of yourself. I'm jealous of a bunch of stuff about this, like the flame and the clouds. That's the smoke. I'm jealous. Okay. Okay, I wanted to make it look like a child's drawing, but didn't want it to look like you are bad at drawing. You have achieved this. When it comes to silhouettes, and this is just advice, you don't have to take it. A style is a style, and I'm not trying to tell people how to do their art. But when you... Maria, that makes sense. That's really cool. I love the art design on Wind Waker, so... When you're doing a silhouette, the important thing is to get shapes right. And I know this, actually. I am an expert at this because I draw silhouettes all the time. So, like, sometimes it's okay to mess things up so that things work better. Like right here, you see on your picture how you have... This music is way too loud for me. I wish I could turn it down for me and not for you guys. Can I do that? I'm going to try and do that. Let's see. Can I do that? Yes, I can. Oh, that's so good. I don't know if that turned it down for you guys, but it definitely turned it down for me. Okay, so let's go back here. Alright. The stitches on the arm, excuse me. You see how the stitches are sort of hiding behind a body? That's really good. That's good observation when it comes to art. And it also looks like this arm is kind of... This is really good. I appreciate this quite a bit. The only thing I would suggest is to make sure that the shapes translate well enough. We don't know... This could be confusing. The side of her body. You should probably put the arm away from her body. Using negative space. Using the area of a picture that doesn't have something in it is just as important as the stuff that does. Okay, 3 more. Let me just refresh the page. Okay. How to build a monster. This is pretty good for one that was just done. This is really good. Yeah, the hair is nice. You have ears, which is a little weird. But some people just put that on everything. I don't know why they do it, but sometimes they do. Let's see. Oh, wow, this is really nice. Look at this. You should be proud of this. This use of color, I can't even get it. It's such a big file. This use of color is so nice. I appreciate this quite a lot. Yeah, you should be proud of this. This is quite good. You got the neck nice and set up right. I can't much talk about the rest of it. It does look a little weird that the face is like super small. The eyes are really teeny, and the snout is a little upwards, and so it kind of makes the face look scrunched. The only thing that I would suggest doing is looking at shadows and how they interact with things standing there, because you'll notice that this is a wall, right? And this is a dude. So this wall back here has a light shining on it from a source. This guy is standing in front of the wall. So this line of shadow would not be the same all across this. You would not just have a straight line. It would be sort of a bumpy line. This shoulder would probably be completely in the light. Because he's closer, the angle of light hitting him would cause the shadow to recess upwards, and it would also follow contours of his face. But other than that, this is a brilliant piece, and you should definitely be proud of this. This is spectacular. Okay, is this something that Guadalupe made? Did you do this art here, Guadalupe? Is this something that you did? Because if so, this is great. This is, somebody's going to classes for art. Or if they're not, they should be. The mask is a little weird, but it's only a little weird because it shifts something. And I'm not sure what it shifts. Either that or it doesn't shift. No, this is good. I like this. The hair is really nice. Good understanding of the way hair clumps together in little bits. I mean, you definitely need to work on having a light in this piece so that you can see where the light is coming from. And it looks like you sort of do, but it gets weird at certain areas. Like you have the shade on both of these sides of the face, then you have it sort of down here, and then you have it on this side, and that's not how it works exactly. But I mean, this is really good, and this is another thing. You should definitely be proud of it. Definitely. Okay. So, I'm going to refresh it one more time, see if any extra things have been posted. Since nothing has been posted, let's get back to doing some art. Okay. Whew. Did I lose track of the... Okay. Alright. Well, it doesn't have to be fan art. It can just be art that you're proud of. It doesn't even have to really be art. It could just be something that you're proud of. Because a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers, it's entertaining people by doing things for them or showing things that they're good at, and that's okay. But I want to make these live streams about you guys, about things that you're proud of. And I'm gonna cover the lulls by doing a bunch of art, but these live streams are for you guys to showcase yourself and to basically just say, here's something that I did that I'm proud of, and all the people in the chat can say, wow, that looks really great, and they can give some helpful suggestions and things like that, because that's what art is, and that's what I want to be. I want to be a part of when it comes to art. Hayato, to learn art, if you want to learn, to learn the light and shadow, it's a lot about lines because that's how light sort of works. Light is a wave, but it always moves in sort of a generally straight line. So, like, it's a wave, but that wave is moving in a straight line. And so, you have the sun, and the light comes from an angle and hits something. So like, if the sun is up here, and the light comes down, let me just do this so I have a straight line here, but there's something in the way, then it will block that. Okay, but then, but the light is going like this, so it's sort of like that. So if there's something up here, then it would be shaded here, and this would be shaded here, and it would make sense because the light is hitting both. And it's all about learning the way things work and how to get them to how to get light to hit something. It's a little complicated, but once you understand that light is just all about lines going from the light source to whatever you're drawing, it becomes a lot easier. What drawing of my monsters did I like the most? Every single drawing that I draw, I like the most. And somebody also asked what drawing was the hardest. And the answer is very simple. That I can answer really easy. Every single drawing I draw is the hardest. And that may sound like a cliched, stupid way of answering it, but it's really true. Because when you're doing art, you're not... Okay, so every line you draw when you're doing art, every thing you put down on the paper is practice. Even if you're doing it professionally, even if you're doing it to just draw for fun, every line you put down on the piece of paper is practice, and the next line you put down will be a result of all the practice that you've done, including the line that you put down before it. And what that means is that you should always be trying to get better at your art. And every piece of art that you do, you should try to make it the hardest art you've done, because that's kind of the way it is. And so I kind of don't have a favorite. When I'm done with a piece of art and I look at it, I'm like, wow, this is my favorite piece of art. Recently, I noticed that I had reached a hump in my art skills. I had just gotten over this difficulty and noticed a very dramatic increase in my skills as an artist, and I was very proud of what came out of that. But yeah. So yeah. You cannot send art via email. I won't. Oh, well, I mean, you can. You can if you don't want it to be seen on the stream. That's fine. See, I was thinking about the Joanna, but I'm not sure. See, the real issue right now isn't the body. The body is fine. It's the mouth that's bothering me. The mouth is weird and it's causing problems for the rest of it, but I'm going to try and ignore that. Let's see what somebody posted. Oh, hey, look at that. Look at that. Who did this? A handmade... that I made my cousin's cake so I could draw it. This is really good. This is really good. One thing you should be aware of, though... I keep doing that. I keep looking at these and saying they're really good and then trying to point something out. But I'm trying to give constructive criticism so that people can get better at art. The first thing that you're not realizing is the idea of foreshortening. Like, this thumb is actually leaned towards the camera, and this is not. And the only other thing that I could talk about is the fact that the knuckle is right here, but your knuckle is like up here. And that's a little weird. But I mean, other than that, this is pretty good, and you're learning, and that's just the way it is. It looks almost like you're drawing the outline and then adding details. You should avoid doing that. If you want to learn so that you can do that in the future, what you want to do is you want to find shapes that are normal. Like there's a shape right here of like a almost weird rectangular shape here. Or you could just make it simpler and make it a rounded off rectangle that's like sort of twisting. And then this comes out as like a cylinder, and this comes out like a cylinder. And that's important because it will help you figure out where the bones are. Split the mouth and rotate the bottom jaw a bit. I think I could. I think I could, but I don't think the problem is the bottom jaw. I think the problem might be the top jaw. But I'm not sure. I'm gonna leave that mouth the way it is, and if it comes out weird, it comes out weird. And the reason I'm doing it that way is because I want to get this done. We only have an hour, and I don't want to have another video about this creature drawing. So let's go. Okay, so she has 4 legs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give her a bit of a knee there. And then her other leg is going to be like this. Okay. But she has 4 legs, and we have to address that. So her other legs are going to be coming out of this side. This back way. Sort of like this. And there was an idea to have her legs being twisted backwards or bent backwards. But I'm not going to work with that. That's not what I'm going to do with it. Not entirely. The front legs are going to be normal legs. They're going to go down like this. And be nice, sensual legs, or as sensual as I can get them, because my tablet might be dying. Which sucks. There. Okay, so that's just a basic shape. I'm just getting down to basic shapes right now. There's another thing that was sent to the Twitter. Tip for people that are not good at hands. You know what? I'll give you some tips for people that aren't good at hands. The first tip is nobody's good at hands. At least not when they start. It takes a long time for them to be good at hands. But here's a couple of tips. A human finger has 4 bones. There's the knuckle, it's the first bone, and then there's a secondary bone, and then it kind of goes like this, and then like this, and that is a finger. And then, you know, there's a hand attached to it. But you can also get away with doing fingers like this as well. This is still a finger. It's just a different style of finger. And these are both fingers. They both work, and they're both fine. So once you know how to draw a finger from all angles, which I believe this is like a finger from one angle, this is a finger from another angle, and this is a finger from the other angle. And once you have the fingers from all the angles on, and you've bent them around and figured that out, then you have to figure out where to place them on the hand. And when you do that, the most important part is to get this shape in, chop a bit off of it. Nope, that's wrong. Chop a bit off of it. So you get this shape here, you chop a bit off of it, and you have this thing here. And this is all this blah, blah, blah. This is starting to sound like a step-by-step, but trust me, this is not a step-by-step. I'm just saying that learn the shapes of the hand. That is so vital. I'm not great at hands myself. I'm actually kind of terrible at hands. But I'm learning, and I'm learning because I'm looking at the shapes of the hand. Also, there's another thing that I want to tell you guys about. We just might not finish the thing in this stream. I don't know. So when you're drawing hands, you have 4 fingers and then a thumb. And the thumb is over here somewhere. And the rest of the fingers are up here. In fact, you can actually simplify that with the fingers up here. You can do this. You can do something like this. And this is helpful when figuring out the length of a hand that's outstretched, but it's not helpful for doing much more than that. I mean, you can just cut this into bits, and you'll get sort of a hand. But when you go down and you extend these fingers down here, they connect to certain bones here, smaller bones that are because right here where our hands connect is just kind of like a bunch of other bones that could be longer fingers if we didn't have the muscle and tissue needed to move our fingers in that area, because there are bones that are very similar to the bones up here, like super unbelievably similar. So the knuckles, we know where we want the knuckles. We want the knuckles here. Try to make the knuckles sort of even, but also understand that the hand is not flat. It's sort of like not flat. Once you have a shape, once you understand the shapes of a hand, you can do really well. One of the things that I noticed that people neglect is the fact that they put the arms coming out of the hand right here. So this is the wrist, and sometimes people just do this. Nope, actually they would do something like this. They'll bring it just like right down. They'll be like, yeah, that's the hand, but that's not. Actually, a hand is kind of like this, because the hand is kind of off center. It's not exactly off center. It's more like it's not connected exactly right. Anyway, and that might make your hands look better just for the thing of it. All right, so if you want to draw hands, draw nice long lines to show where you want the hands to be. That's the best way I can suggest it. I mean, I am no expert at drawing hands, but this is how I would do it. If it were me, I would do this, and I would get like this, and then I see these things. This is one of my philosophies in drawing. Nobody draws well. You draw bad, and you should be proud of the fact that you can figure out how to turn it into something better. Not many people can do that, and that is something to be proud of. In fact, every art that you'll ever see or that is ever drawn started out bad and slowly got better over time and work. So that's basically what I would do to draw a hand, and I would flesh it out by using other colors to give lines and shape and meaning to the hand. But once again, I'm not the best at drawing hands. So those are my suggestions for drawing hands. Okay. Like the bones in the fingers, arms, and legs. Joanne Yarwood, yes, that is sort of kind of true, but it's not true. Okay? It is 100% false. You do not need to know the bone structures to figure out how to draw well. You can draw well simply by looking at things and learning by visual stuff. You wouldn't, although that could be argued as you're learning bone structure through looking at things, which is true. That would be true, and that's completely legitimate of a statement. But you can get away with not knowing bone structure. I know barely any bone structure. However, anything helps. Anything helps you draw better. If you learn bone structure, it will help you draw better. But you do not need to learn bone structure to know how to draw. In fact, I'm going to do something right now. Okay, because this is bothering me, and I was meaning to do an entire stream about it, but whatever. We'll just continue working on this in the next stream, because those legs are really bothering me. Alright, so I'm going to look at the Twitter feed soon, so if you have stuff to send it in. But one of the things that I see a lot is people drawing stuff like this, or drawing stuff like this, and being like, oh, well, I mean, that's the best I could do. Let me tell you, this is really good. This is incredibly good. The only way to draw anything ever is to draw it badly. You can never figure out how to draw something well without drawing it badly first. And this is true even if you took a lesson or you read a book that says, do this, and then do this, and then do this. Because, let's see, let's draw a thing. We'll draw a really quick thing. We'll draw a really quick teddy bear. Okay. It's kind of looking like something a child would draw. Give it a nice little thing there. But you see, that's the thing. That's the thing about drawing. It's not... You're not drawing badly when you're drawing stuff like this. This isn't drawing badly. This is starting out. No matter who you are, no matter what you're drawing, no matter what kind of artist it is that you're trying to emulate, every artist starts bad. It is super rare and takes a lot of practice to just draw something the first time and get it right. So much practice. In fact, there are only a handful of people on the planet today that can do something like that and get it right first time. You will always start out with something bad. And that is not just talking about when you're drawing, when you're not very good at art. Even when you're really good at art, you always start with something bad. Like this doesn't look like a candy cane or a cane or whatever. But I mean, it doesn't look like a cane because it needs to be thinner, so we'll thin it. We'll thin it out a bit. Okay, well that looks kind of like... That looks like it could be a cane. But it's kind of really jagged at the top and the bottom, so let's just figure it out. And that's art right there. Art is all about figuring out how to take some shapes and just make them look better. So you can say you're bad at art, and you can use that as an excuse to not do art. But the truth is, everyone starts bad all the time. And you will not find a person that can just draw it right off the bat. That's really good. And if you do, super rare. Like, so rare. And now that kind of looks like a cane. But I started out with a giant block of stuff. And that is important. Hey, Strategy Plays. I hope that wasn't like a lecture. Because I'm not trying to be a lecture person. But that's... I'm very passionate about that sort of thing. Because I hear too many people say, I'm not good at art. And therefore, I should not be doing it. And the truth is, everybody's bad. And everybody should be trying art. One of the biggest things, one of the greatest parts of humanity is the fact... Oh no. Oh, that was bad. Uh-oh. One of the greatest things about humanity is the fact that there's no reason for us to be making art. There's no survival reason for us to be making art. There used to be a survival reason for art. Art used to be... The reason we would do art was because we needed to convey ideas and talk to people through a way that wasn't words. But art doesn't really... I mean, it does that same thing. That's what it is. But it's not a survival necessity anymore. It stopped being a survival necessity a long time ago. And the minute it stopped being a survival necessity and started being us just doing art because we love it, is it. Okay, I'm going to check out the Twitter feed. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we got two scarf things. This is brilliant. Oh, I love this. This is so good. This is so good. Nice profile. Very, very interesting. Nice use of colors. I'm guessing this is Jack Frost because it kind of looks like him. But it's nice. I like it a lot. Yeah, this is good. Goat eye? Yeah, I guess it's a goat eye. Andy Williams. I've been practicing hands for a while. Yep. These are good hands. Good practice. I would steer away from using a circular shape for the hand, because the hand isn't really a circular shape. You would think it'd be a circular shape, but it's not really a circular shape. Also, this hand is terrible. I'm sorry, it's not. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but it's really flat. And then there's this. This is funny. I like this hand. This hand is my favorite because it's funny. This is a really good fist. Although I'm not sure the angle of this fist. I don't know where the arm is stretching. Because the way these fingers are posed implies... No, I guess it works. I think that you need to think about the way fingers move with this. This is really good. I just think you need to figure out how fingers are shaped and how they move. Yeah, this is good practice. But again, I would lean away from hands that are weird. The Visionary, the way hashtags work is you just put in hashtag here you go Tim in a tweet with a picture of whatever art you want to show, and you just do the tweet that way, and it has to be hashtag here you go Tim, all one word. It's right down below. And that's, that's how you do it. I hope you figure it out, and I hope it works, because I want to see your art. Is this you, Andy Williams? Because this is a pretty good goat eye. It's definitely in progress, but you're on the right track. You need a better eraser. Like, definitely need a better eraser. Yeah. Ooh, burp. Oh, okay. What now? Oh, right. Back to trying to figure out these legs. This leg is too wide. Do-do. Do-do. How would a leg like that look? Maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. Maybe I'll rely on 2 legs for now. And get these legs right, because they're not quite. They're not quite right. And then I'll go to the next one. Like, this leg isn't long enough, which makes this a little bit weird, so I'll figure that out. Okay. There we go. That's a little bit too far, but whatever. Not looking for perfection, I'm just trying to get this thing, these lines down so that I can finish the rest of it up. But I don't know what to do about the feet. I might just leave the feet as this because I do not feel like drawing feet. So that looks generally okay when it comes to legs. Thing is, we're gonna need to give different legs. It's gonna need to have more legs. Yeah. It's okay, Maria. I understand. That's just too weird. It's too weird. It looks like it's coming out of her bum. We don't want that. Oh. What if I made it look really weird? Alright, I'm gonna try something a bit crazy, so I'm going to a different layer. What if I did something like this? There we are, like that. What if I did something sort of like this shape for the leg, and I had it coming right out of the body, the leg there. I don't know, that might work. Ah, what? Oh. I hit a button on my thing. I don't know. Did I lose connection to the stream? Nope. Still good. Stream's still good. Well, I mean, there's gonna be another one coming out of this one. And maybe what I could do is I could make it so that the legs, or these extra hands that are holding up the rest of the body, are actually kind of sort of like they're kind of like a like these legs aren't even real legs. They don't work. They just hang there. They dangle there. Is that nice? Yes, it's a leg hand. What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm questioning it. But it might work. it might work. And it wouldn't like move. These legs would be kind of useless. Oh, before I drew scary stories, it was just like a channel where I would sit and talk to a camera. But those are gone. That was like so long ago. That was like 5 years ago. Man, I wish I was growing faster. I'm actually sort of not growing right now, which is part of my panic. Because I can't sustain this channel for very much longer. Sad things aside, though, I love it, and I'm still gonna keep trying because I don't know when to give up. I don't know when to give up. So you're stuck with me. But yeah, that's what I did with this channel before I, you know. Nope, that's bad. Let's do that again. There we go. So what do you guys think? Floppy legs. I don't know if I'm going to. I don't think I would animate this. But I definitely think that this is the way to go. I do like it. I also like the idea of the hands here being bad. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move forward with this because I think I like it quite a bit. So let's combine these two layers. How do I do that? Oh, right. Ooh, burp. Perfect. Yeah. Then we lower it, the opacity. Okay. Yeah, what I'm thinking about with the leg hands is I'm thinking that the leg that's a good suggestion, Hayato. I think that's a good idea. I think having the floppy legs would be really scary. It might seem sort of humorous at first, but I think that when you get down to it, that would be like quite literally scary as hell. Hawk, I see your suggestion, but I don't think we're going to go with that. And the reason for that is there's already quite a bit of weird body horror stuff. And throwing in gore is really cheap and a cheap and easy way to cause fear. Knowing when to do gore is very important when it comes to art or anything. Like this stuff, this isn't blood here. This is not going to be blood. This is going to be like some kind of gook or mess. This creature is not meant to be a bloody creature. Although there might be parts of it that end up being bloody. But that's not the intent for the creature that we're drawing here. We are getting close. This is coming together really well. I'm really appreciating all of the suggestions you guys are giving. The really, really good suggestions. Really good suggestions. Also, making them blood and bone also implies that this creature is sort of like an amalgamation of other people's parts. And that's not what I meant by steal. When I said that it steals body part or human bits, or the beauty, I mean, it takes the things that it likes about them and creates it, and uses that in its own look. So almost like a metaphysical, like, changing of the body, instead of them quite literally taking the body bits and attaching to itself. I mean, who wants body bits? Body bits coming to a store near you. Oh, there's something on the Twitter feed, and I feel like looking at that because I'm getting upset about my line work. Let's see. Whoa. Come on, Akane. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. This is just too much talent. This is, please no. I am entering my early 30s. That's how old I am. So, oops. Let's not do that. What? Oh, here we go. Yeah. The latest. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. What if it grows the parts and they form that way? Has to grow the bones and stuff for it. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah. I like that. I like that. So, you know, so that would imply that originally it started out as kind of like a blob with a mouth. And then every time it absorbed somebody or digested somebody, it it kind of like goes through like a pain or something to get the beauty, which would fuel its anger and its resentment toward you know, like, people that are beautiful, because they didn't have to do that, but it does. I don't want to make it too much of a cerebral creature. It doesn't really think about its emotions or feelings. I mean, it feels them, but it is a beast. It doesn't really understand that it's going for beauty. It just says, oh, that's a thing I want, and then it takes it. It's almost like a food source, and the achieving of the beauty is a food source, which is interesting for the creature. I like that. Yeah. Let's see. Well, I'm thinking that it just eats them. This big mouth right here, I'm thinking it just bites into them. It's like nom 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 nom. And maybe it uses maybe its hands are like strong and able to just like grab someone, while the other, like, one hand can grab someone and the other hand like stands for it. Yeah. Yeah, Guadalupe, that's right. Oh, you're going to bed, Hawk? Good night. No, you got it. That's fine. Well, I mean, if it's always going for beauty, then adding a mouth to its stomach is kind of not beautiful. So, by process of elimination, you know, it could think that, you know, certain things are beautiful, like the idea that it has almost a doll's like face mask, because the idea of beauty is to to not have the wrinkles and to have a smooth face, and so it just like takes that to its utmost form. Then it has this shapely body, but there's this huge mouth here that's not quite, you know. You guys can draw this as much as you want. This is like a creation we're working on together, so you guys can take it and roll with it. Use it in things that you want. Do whatever. You want to write a story? You want to... In fact, actually, if you write a story, let me know. You could write a story. You could draw it. You could do all sorts of things, and all of it is open. This creature, this drawing that I'm doing right here, 100% royalty free. I don't care if you earn money off of it. Just be sure to let me know. Just let me know so that I can say check it out and say, hey, that's my creature. That's really cool. Also, hire me. Okay. Well, when I say my creature, I mean ours. Because technically, I'm not doing this alone. Okay, so let's take a look at it so far. And those are without the hand arms. Okay. Alright. Oh, also, it would have had to have been a blob, like a mouth with arms, originally, because these arms don't quite make sense, either. So the arms can't be... The arms don't lend toward anything sort of, like, beautiful, which leads me to believe that the arms would also have to be another thing. That's not a bad idea, but since this is a non-cerebral creature, it's kind of like base instincts creature. Its speaking is a little weird, unless the way it spoke was with bits and pieces of things that its victims have said that it heard. Like, if you saw something like this, running on those two hands, with the legs there, screaming out like, help me, or saying, what the hell is that thing, and just running at you with these weird, like, almost not exactly right or accurate copies of voices, that'd be pretty scary. I like that. That's really good. That's really good. What if the tongue is a hand? I don't think we're going to go with the tongue being a hand. I think we're going to go with something else. The tongue, I don't know. I think that when it started out, it had to have a way to subdue its victims. or it'd have to be bigger, which would be weird. So, I mean, it starts out smaller and then slowly gets bigger. So, I think that the tongue would have to be some, like, hypodermic... like, almost like a thing, like an insect thing that stabs into somebody and injects something. Well, Clockwork, I don't mean it's like uses distressed calls to lure and prey. I mean, that's probably what it does. What I mean is, it doesn't roar. Its roar is the cries, the mimicked... Its roar is the not quite accurately mimicked cries of the people that it has stolen the beauty from. Or killed, because that's pretty much what happens to the people. They end up dead. So, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. This is not, this is kind of a group thing, so if you guys don't like that idea, I can shift it around a bit. But I think that's such a good idea Because can you just imagine running into a thing in the street and you don't know what the thing is, but it is screaming and yelling for help, but running at you and clearly out to do not good things. Maybe it's even bloody because it just killed something. We can't do mismatch. We already had mismatch. I don't know. This is created by a bunch of suggestions, so it's definitely gonna have things from other creations involved in it. Because it's just like a bunch of things mixed together that you guys have suggested. So perhaps one of those things that was suggested blah 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 was from one of those SCP things, which I haven't read in a long time, and I probably should. But yeah, not on my channel. I'm not gonna read them on my channel. My channel is not for SCPs. Also, I don't think they make good reading or a good video. So. Okay, just getting these fingers at least a little bit accurate before I go to inking. I just want them to be in the right spots, so that when I head into inking, I am not foolishly doing things. What is this? What music is this? Oh, it's Spooky Scary Skeletons. Haha. Do 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 do. Okay, what if it has some of its victims, like, uses some of its victims like body parts to try and make it stronger? Oh, cool. That's fine. Yeah. Why not? I mean, I think it'd have to. I think it would have to. I think that it would realize really quickly that it can't always be just, like, luring them over to get them. It's going to have to chase somebody at one point, and it's just going to be like, okay, so I'll use these things to chase them. I mean, it doesn't think that, but, I mean, that's kind of how it would have to go. It have to be designed to survive. And I think after a while, it would realize, survival would realize that it couldn't survive by just sitting there and stabbing people because it's getting too big. It would have to chase something, so it would have to. I think it would have to steal things to get strength. I think that's a good suggestion. Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't. These body parts and things, it's not actually taking the actual body parts. It is kind of literally growing these body parts. So it's not quite, it's not like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not stitching them on or anything like that. It is quite literally just eating them, saying, oh, seeing a beautiful thing, saying, oh, that's beautiful, eating them, and its genetics or its supernatural inclination just happens to take those to grow its limbs. Okay, here we go. It's not complete, but it is pretty darn close. That's pretty good. Oh, that's scary. All right. Do not post your stories in the chat, please. Just saying. Because I'm not going to be able to find them in the chat. Post them somewhere else. Link them to me using the Here You Go Tim Twitter. That's what you want to do. The Devourer. That's okay. All right, let's figure out some name ideas here. Let's throw down some name ideas. All right, so I'm gonna give this a new layer. Devourer. I'm gonna put a line there because devour or devourer works. So it would have the intelligence of like a dolphin, as in it would have basic problem-solving skills, but it wouldn't be. It wouldn't have enough self-awareness to even call it problem-solving. Dolphins are super smart, and I don't know if. I'm not an expert at dolphins, but I'm pretty sure they're like as smart as a child, and that is smart enough for me to say that it's smarter than what this thing is. This thing is not technically smart. It is just a good predator. And kind of the way it works is it's evolved to steal the beauty of things. Which would mean technically that it couldn't have come from Earth, so it'd have to be sort of an alien, but whatever. I mean, there actually are creatures. Venus? Is that a suggestion for a name? Venus, and Envy. Okay. Okay. Those are all good. Let's see. Any other suggestions for names? It does. A little bit, except it's not about the sex, it's about the eating. Oh, I forgot to add the tongue, but we'll do that. I want to ink this on the next stream. And that also means that I have to figure out something else. Something else to entertain you guys with. That's going to be fun. I'm drinking root beer like crazy. I shouldn't be because I'm going to bed soon after this. That's not true. I'll probably be up really late. Whatever. Don't listen to me. I'm not. Oh, like the statue without arms. I see. Interesting. Everlasting Beauty. The Pretty Girl. Let's see. Let's see. The Pretty Girl. These are very basic. You know, the Pretty Girl is nice. The Pretty Girl is nice. Everlasting Beauty is another one. We can put that down. Is everybody liking Everlasting Beauty? Wonder why. I don't know, it kind of feels weird to me. Ah, that's probably just me. What do I know? Okay. So, what about what about because I personally my favorite is the pretty girl. Because it's like it's almost like an urban legend name. It's almost like an urban legend name. Like, this is not a creature that has an actual name. It's a creature that's named by the people who have heard of the encounters of it or have encountered it themselves. And it's just called the pretty girl. It's like somebody goes up to him, have you heard of the pretty girl? It's a thing that hides. So that's why I like that. Everlasting Beauty is nice. It has a kind of mythological feel to it, and I kind of like that. The Danish one? What? The Danish one. Oh, we are having charming boom. Well, that's what I want the species of an alien monster to be called. So we have, I'm thinking that we've figured out that we're cutting out 2 of these guys. We're cutting it down to 2. So I'm gonna ink this thing next stream. And when I'm done with the inking it next stream, it's gonna look great. But until the next stream, I'm going to take this and I'm going to take a screenshot of it right now while you're watching. Let me just erase all this. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna open this thing and you're gonna see all of my dirty little secrets. Then I'm gonna get any rectangle area and snap any area, and I'm gonna just go like this and this. Bam. Okay. And then I'm going to oh, I can't do that. Huh. How do I do that? Gosh darn it. Okay. Open picture? No. Okay. I guess I have to find it in my files here, which is irritating. Okay, this is the one it would be. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to Twitter. So, I don't know if you guys have a Twitter, but I'm going to post... So we have Everlasting Beauty. Okay. And the pretty girl. Okay. Girl. The pretty girl. Okay. Oh, I can't post the image to that? Dang, that really sucks. How do I do that then? That's stupid. That's stupid. What should I name the creature? Okay. Boom. Okay, and then I'll reply. Aha! I figured it out. Perfect. Okay. Pictures. This thing. Boom. Here's a picture. Okay? Okay, so what I want you guys to do, I'm going to give you guys a link to do it so that it's super easy. So I'm going to copy this link, paste it right here, send it in. Okay, so if you take that link, you should be brought to this status, and you can vote on what we should name the creature, and by next stream, we'll use whatever gets the most votes, and that's what we'll do for this creature. And I'll pin it onto my thing. Pin. There we go. So now it should be right at the top. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So you got a picture. It's not completely finished, but whatever. Drawn on stream. I like it. I like it. I don't know about you guys. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm proud of it. And that's it. That's something. So yeah, the link is in the chat. If you want to take the time to go in there and put down a vote, we will use whatever gets the most votes by the next stream. And we will, we'll go with that. How about that? Okay, let me go and check. Here you go, Tim. See if people sent anything. It's looking like no. Yep. All right. So this is the last call for people to send things. To the Here You Go, Tim Twitter feed. Hashtag thing. I mean, we're just winding down now because there's like 10 minutes left. So I can answer some questions and interact with the chat a bit. So if you have any questions or anything like that. Man, I really like this a lot. I'm impressed with it. I kind of like how the body is not quite it looks not quite real compared to the rest of it, which is really neat. Also, I think it's funny that the neck is sort of broken and at a weird angle, because that implies that it saw somebody with a neck that was broken and decided, hey, I think that looks good, and used it, which is neat. That's cool. You could do that strategy. That's cool. You guys can do whatever with this creature. It's royalty free. I'm not. This is our creature. We've worked on this together. And just take it and go and roll with it. Hey, Ethan. Do I sing? No, I don't sing. I don't think I want to do a day and night thing. I think I just want it to be dangerous all the time. Hiding as a mannequin is a little weird. And it kind of messes with the rest of it. Yeah, it kind of messes with the rest of the ideas for the creature. Like, it can't steal beauty if it is just a mannequin from the start. The reason its arms are kind of like cut off there is because it didn't steal those arms. It stole that torso. I get inspiration from all over the place, Joanne. It's just it's hard to explain. It just happens sometimes. I have a really cool idea that I'm really working hard on, but it's taking a lot to finish. But it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a good series, I think. It'll probably have to be released next month Also, there's something special going on this month. Things are going crazy. I'm going crazy. I'm gonna shut this off, this stream off, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna like, wow, that was crazy. Well, that's strategy. That's kind of what it's doing. Sort of. The thing is, if you think about it, this creature is a single entity of a larger species. A species that is known to go to something and eat something and steal its beauty, right? So if you saw another of the same species, it would not look like this. It would look like something different. It would probably still have the giant mouth and would probably still have the arms to hold it up, but it could be something completely different because it's stealing things that it thinks makes it beautiful or that it finds beautiful. So I mean, the other versions of its species could look so much different. Oh, if you want to find any of the music, you go to Muji's YouTube channel and you'll find it. It's just right there. Let me write his name down because he's so talented. And ooh, excuse me. Muji. I don't know why that's his name. I don't know if that's his actual name or just a reason, like a put together of words to make this. But it's one of the coolest names ever. And he's also one of the coolest dudes ever. So, you know. Muji. And that's his name. There you go. So if you want to find him, that's how you do it. Muji. The giant mouth, it didn't get the giant mouth. It just was, quote unquote, born with the giant mouth. The arms that are holding it up and the giant mouth are probably some of the few concrete things that it had. And I think that this bit right here that we see right, nope, that's wrong. This bit right here that we see where it looks like it's almost ripping, I'm thinking that it's not ripping. It's actually closing, which would be interesting. Oh, I can't tell you the name of the song because I have a playlist and it jumps around from random and I don't know the songs by heart, so I couldn't tell you. I'm sorry. You're welcome, Reef. I don't know what the origin of the species is. I didn't think that far. I tend to go with, generally when I create creatures, it's brought on by emotion. Things that happen things that humans do. Because one of the things that I find so unique about human beings are their ability to feel emotions and to express emotions through art and other things. And I feel that that's what makes humans different and powerful compared to other species on the planet. So usually when I create something, it's a creation based off of the emotions or the feelings of a human or humans that created a thing. But this could just very well be an alien, or it could be a demon, or it could be a creature that used to live on the planet but then died off or was shut away for years. It could be an experiment, a scientific experiment. I don't know. That's up for debate as well. I don't know. Yeah, Guadalupe. That's kind of what I was thinking. It's giving itself a nice mouth. which means technically this thing would have to die off eventually. It would have to have a very short lifespan, because we never want it to become fully human. If it ever becomes fully human, that ruins the horror of it. The horror of it is that it kind of the horror of it is that it kind of what's the word, it takes away the fear of it, because if it's human like, then, and it's stupider than a human being, then it's not scary. I mean, it could be. I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. When you guys look at this thing and you think about what it is, you guys can figure out what its actual designs are. I don't know. It does look like something from Silent Hill, sort of. There's a couple of things that are different, but yeah, I get a lot of my inspiration from Silent Hill. And I'm sure that a bunch of you guys do too. So, because I asked you guys, I said, hey, what do you guys want in this? And you guys said put a mouth in the belly. You guys said make it have more than 2 legs. You guys said make the neck sort of bent. Yeah, this is a creation. Well, I mean, of course it dies from a warrior that tries to slay it. Of course. That's the story, if it wasn't a story. But I mean, maybe that's how it... Guadalupe, that's really good. Maybe that's how it reproduces. Maybe it gets fully beautiful, or gets to the point where it feels it's fully beautiful, or absorbs too many beautiful things, and then it explodes into pus or spore or gore that just sprays everywhere, and anything living that the gore or spray hits just like mutates into the thing. And that also would lead me to believe that the creature that we're talking about here never is without something from something else, and it needs something else to survive. So it's more like a virus, which is cool. I don't know how you would kill it. I think you would just have to make it unable to eat. So chop that mouth up. Well, yeah, but if we do it that way, if we consider that its goal in life is to become more beautiful, but becoming more beautiful is actually how it reproduces, then that makes a lot of sense for it being a basically mindless creature. Okay, guys, it is 8 o'clock. I am just sitting here talking to you guys, which is fine. I'm okay with it. It's cool, but let's call it for today. I had a lot of fun. We got quite a bit done. Actually, we only got the legs done, but don't judge me. We also talked about skulls. We looked at a bunch of your art. That here you go, Tim, hashtag is open all the time. If you have something that you're proud of and you can't wait until the stream, you can still put it there and it will be looked at in the stream. But yeah, I think that, you guys, this was fun. I enjoyed it. I want to say something really quick. I want you guys to consider, I don't ever ask this of people because I don't like doing this, but you guys should consider donating or going to my Patreon and becoming a $1 patron. Not anything more than $1. Don't spend anything more than $1, because if you spend something more than $1, then eventually I'm changing that and making it only $1 payments, and all of the money that you're spending will be pointless. So just spend $1 and help me keep this thing going, because I love doing this. I love talking to you guys. I love reading scary stories and stuff like that, and I just want to keep doing it, and I can't keep doing it forever without an income that's good. So consider it. You don't have to, but just take some time and think about whether you can do that. And I'm no judgment if he can't. I can't do that for any of the people I want to. So, yeah. Yeah, Jade, you can redraw it. You can draw another thing of the same species with different things on it. This is royalty free. You can do whatever you want with this. I don't care, and I'm not gonna sign it. I only sign things that people pay for. because my signature means too much to me. I don't want to put my signature on something. Just randomly. But yeah. So, I guess I'll catch you guys later. It's 3 minutes past 8 o'clock. Had a lot of fun. I'll see you guys next Saturday because I think that's the way I'm going to do these streams. I'm just going to stream on Saturday. It's a lot easier than putting out another video. Yeah. This is a lot of fun. See ya. How do I shut off the stream? How do I shut off stream?